Sometimes I miss the nostalgia of running a cable skidder. That does not last very long. But in all honesty, there are days I do kind of enjoy hooking choker cables. And there's jobs like this one where it'd be hard to log it with a grapple skidder. Now, we do a lot of flatter land logging, generally. But we do have a couple of these 540B cable skidders in our lineup just for such jobs. I'm dragging some trees I cut here Thursday, I guess. Let me think. Yeah, Thursday. I lose track of the days after a while. Kenny's out there cutting some bigger trees. This is just some miscellaneous stuff I cut. Some good trees. Some are just trees. Bail off this thing. That's a top piece there of a tree we got all we could. That wouldn't pull the rest of it kind of out of the ditch, so we cut off I forget how many feet this log was, the main body. Then I went back and got this piece here. Of course, this one was hung up, so just kind of getting them as we come to them. Hopefully today we can get out a few more 1,000 feet. We're not going to work real long day. Of course, we got a late start since it was Saturday. We didn't start till almost 9 o'clock this morning, just because trying to show some courtesy in the subdivision, because I'm sure a lot of these folks don't work on Saturdays. They probably like to sleep in. So we'll get these unhooked and we'll go back and make another turn. And some deck work before we tear out for a late lunch. Some pretty good logs coming out this morning. A couple beasts right there. That one's 1825. You can see it's got a blemish. I marked it kind of on a pin knot, so it'll probably be cut back to a 17-foot log and a multiple cut, because that should clear up in about 6 inches. See it? I marked it right here on a pin knot, trying to gain an inch on it, and that's what happens. Oh, Mikey. Mikey. The good thing about having a skid steer and some fill piles around when you got a mud hole, you can pick up some old slabs of concrete like this and put in said mud holes to keep running so you don't waller it out. We'll ease down here. Oh, easy girl, easy. We'll get this set in here and have a good solution here. Starting to warm up this afternoon. Still decking some good logs here. Kenny's dragging stuff cut this morning. Mike's back there with him helping him, and I'm kind of out here running the deck myself. As I've said so many times, I mean, the deck can make you or break you marking logs, and shoot, I'll be honest, I don't make the best cut on them every time, but I like to think I do pretty good when I come out here and study these logs before I make my marks and cut them. I like to try to roll them when I can to do the math, see what log's the cleanest, see what's going to make the most footage, see what's going to make the logs with the most footage that bring the most money. These are kind of dirty here because where we're at now, we've got to kind of drag them through a little slop, but that's okay. We've had some big logs come out this morning. These couple here have come out. See this thing here, I cut it long, if I can get over here out of the sun. I cut this here on, there was a kind of a cat face or a blind knot, whatever you want to call it, right here on this side. I cut it right here because I thought it'd be about an inch bigger where the swell was. Well, in turn, that showed that little bad spot there, but that didn't go anywhere. So what we'll do is we'll probably cut this log back about 6 inches and that'll clear that up, make it a real good log, which it'll drop it from an 18 down to a 17-foot multiple cut log, but it's still at 25 inches, so there's still a lot of footage there, and I'm just glad that we were able to allow myself enough to cut it back. I hated to see that, but sometimes that's the way it goes. This old brute here, I think it was just 16 feet, I don't remember. Kenny's coming out with another turn here, so I've got these all worked up. I need to start rolling them up. Trees are, it's warm weather, it's up in the 50s right now, and they're starting to kind of bleed a little bit. See the water running out the end of these things. A lot of logs on this job. Small acreage, 22 acres. We expect there'll be well over 30,000 feet here. Well over. He gets these up here, I'll unhook them for him and send him back in, and I'll mark them, buck them. We'll get to going. It's hard to keep a sharp saw here. You can see they've had a lot of fill coming in and out of here, so a lot of rock and stuff in the ground. It's hard not to hit them. Top logs. End of the day. Did a little widen here of the entrance. Moved my pintle hitch over just a little bit with the skid steer. Kind of widened our road up. Getting to be a pretty good stack of logs up here. Now, we'll be back here Monday, and we'll probably just about fill our log deck completely up Monday. I tried making a little more room up here with the skid steer, moving some of this old fill around, which we didn't get a lot of room out of it, but every little bit's going to help. I would say we've got well over 10,000 feet on the deck here. Well over 10,000, especially with the size of these logs. They are just a big set of logs. I would say when we have our cell, easily be pushing, I would guess, 18 to 20,000 feet when we have our first cell off this job. It's going to be a pretty good pile of logs. Pretty good pile. Well, let's head home.